Gold jacket, green jacket, who gives you?
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Gold Jacket, Green Jacket podcast. We are here for episode number 84. My name is Christian Dragonetti. I'm joined, as always, by my good friend, Australian PGA professional, and the only bloke who would rather be a jockey than a golfer, CBN, Joel Mitchell. What's going on, my friend?
A what?
A jockey.
What's that mean? Yeah, I know what a jockey is, but what how am I supposed to be the jockey?
I don't know. It's a joke, mate. Fucking laugh. So a few weeks ago, I haven't done it for a little
For
while.
one, I'm not 5'1".
It's close.
Why?
A few weeks ago, I haven't done it for a little while. I'd come up with this idea that I was going to introduce you as anything but an Australian PGA professional.
Right.
And I forgot.
Yeah.
Because CBN took over and now we're here.
Yeah.
Right? Thanks, Noah.
CBN's kind of taken off a little bit.
Taking over. But
Little
I
bit.
feel like I need to go back to making funny little comments and digs and getting creative with it to throw you off guard. And that came to mind literally in a split second.
I'm not going to lie to you. It took, caught you off guard.
Caught you off guard.
You did your job.
There we go.
The fuck?
The only bloke who would rather be a jockey than a golfer. Aside from Damien Oliver. CBN. What's going on, my friend? How are you?
It's just so random. I'm amazing, and you?
Yeah, pretty good.
Oh my God, I'm sweating.
Now,
Yeah.
regular listeners and watchers, particularly on the YouTube and of our clips, will realise that there's a couple things that are a little bit different. Right? The last couple of weeks been very casual attire from me and you, my friend.
Oh, yes.
Very much. And that is largely because you're not coming from Rosanna the last couple of weeks. You've been in chill mode. Like, yes, you're practicing,
Yeah.
but you're spending a bit more time at home. You're getting shit
well,
done.
no, yeah,
you're just
I
sort
can,
of, you're almost on holiday.
So it actually, you know what? No shit, kind of feels like that.
You're sort of on holiday. You're sort of just kicking back. Yes, you're practicing.
Yes.
It's the equivalent of like answering a couple of emails. Like your practice schedule at the moment, I imagine, and I'm only assuming, is like the equivalent to answering or responding to a couple of emails while you're actually on holiday. You're just doing it kind of because you have to. And then when you're starting to get back in the swing of things and back in the grind and there's events coming up, you'll knuckle down and get back into it.
Kind of makes sense because last week I still pushed hard with trying to massage a few things that I might not have been too happy with at Barham.
Yeah.
Even though the results were good and
Results
you
were
had
great.
some great placings and stuff like that. Being a perfectionist, you always want something. We always want more, right? And then over the weekend, I only played on Saturday, which we'll get into in a sec. But I only played on Saturday, and then I haven't hit balls the last 2 days.
Yes.
Right, just sort of cruising, and now starting from tomorrow, leading into going to Canberra on the weekend, up to next week, where things start heating up again.
Yes.
Like from tomorrow onwards is crunch time again.
Yes.
Look, so yeah, you're right. Taking a breather for
And
the extra couple days during the week, and then leading up to events, you put your head down again. So
And because of that, however you show up, whether you're in golf attire or you look like the default character from Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3, that's the vibe that I take. If it's golf polos, it's golf polos. If it's casual wear, it's casual wear. And I just go with the flow. Whatever Joel, that's the only input you've got on this business, and that's it.
Yeah.
Joel, whatever Joel wants to do, that's what we do.
oh, cool,
Right.
Well,
But
you're right.
And yet here we are. So,
I came from home just before. So
And you've been doing bugger all today,
whatever I was wearing is what I show up in.
Yeah.
And yeah. If I went to Rosanna to practice today,
you would have been in golf gear, and I'd be wearing a polo.
I'd be in a polo. But
So a bit casual, bit easy, and it kind of displays the vibe of the day. And I think last week was a good example of that as well, because it was very chilled last week and
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
very jovial. Let's just say that. But you're well, things are good.
as always.
You said you're going to Canberra in next week on Saturday?
Yeah. So Saturday morning, I'll drive to Queanbeyan, it's called, which is literally just out of Canberra.
Nice.
About 20 minutes away from the ACT, I guess.
Fair enough.
Yeah, there's a regional qualifier there. So top 3 players, I think, get into the New South Wales Open or qualify for that. So go play that. It's 2 days, it's big pro-am sort of thing, sort of vibe. So played in a couple of them up in Coffs when I went up there.
Yep.
One of them anyway. And so go do that. And then while I'm up there, I'll go to Binalong. Which
Sand
is
Greens.
Yeah, which is Sand Greens. So it's the World Sand Greens Championship.
They mentioned this a couple of times on the podcast because I didn't quite know when it was actually scheduled, but I'm excited that it's coming up. So I want to hear all about it when you come back.
What's the date today?
The 15th.
It's the 15th. So yeah, I think it's 2 weeks from Saturday.
Yes.
Just gone, or a week from
Whatever.
whatever it is. So 27th, 28th, or something like that. So,
Grand final weekend.
Yeah, it is. It is. I've like I said, never played on Sand Greens before.
Going into a blind.
Oh well.
What do you do?
Something to do.
So, as just a bit of housekeeping with that for you and for the listeners, with you being away, we've made the commitment to not double up episodes this week.
No.
So we're not doing another recording after this. We're not pre-recording next week's episode, and that's because I've got in the pipeline somebody.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of people in the back pocket who I could reach out to.
Yeah.
Right? And they know who they are. Right? And so when the time comes, it'll probably be most likely next week's episode, 85.
Yep.
Someone else will be sitting in your chair.
Go.
So looking forward to that very much. Hopefully we can organise it in some way, shape or form.
Whatever happens, happens.
Otherwise, I'm going to be here by myself chatting rubbish. And I reckon I could do it.
Easily.
Easily.
You know, it'd be hilarious if you did like half an hour on that side and then did the recording, then sat on this
I
side
bet.
and did another half an hour
I
and you're
bet.
talking to yourself. That would be possibly the funniest thing I've ever seen. Because you would argue with yourself.
100%.
That's the funniest part.
The editing process would be lengthy, to say the absolute least. Editing at the moment doesn't take me all that long. We're very good at we're very good at our routines
Yeah,
now.
we've got it sort of
that
down
I've got
pat.
it pretty much down pat.
Yeah.
And then it's hard when we throw guests into it because there's a whole third person, but one person in two spots talking two different arguments.
Yeah, it would spin off.
It's gone. Forget it. I don't want to think about it. No, very good. Very much looking forward to hearing about all those events you got coming up
Yeah.
when you do get back. But for now,
Yeah.
we've got a couple of things we want to knock off. Mm-hmm. A bit more housekeeping. Head covers have been dispatched,
Good.
right? Ben, if you're listening in the States, it's in the States.
It's in the States. So
At the time of recording, I got an email from Australia Post a couple of days ago saying Trump's got it.
It's off your hand.
He's got it.
Trumpy boy has it.
Whatever he wants to do with it after this is up to him.
Daddy
right?
T.
Everyone else who's ordered it theirs been shipped out.
Mm.
Craig, I apologize. I forgot to take yours to golf over the weekend. My bad. The easiest one to give away or to give out was to a bloke who I was literally playing golf with both Friday and Saturday, and I still haven't managed to do it. Just forgot both times. I apologize profusely. What else can I fucking do? Jesus Christ. Anyway,
One job.
one job. We'll get into some more housekeeping at the end of the episode because we've
Yeah.
got some updates for some enthusiasts. Recent rounds.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go first?
No, I'll go fuck
Go for it.
Well, for everyone that lives in the Yarra area, or whether it's a Victorian thing or a Australian wide thing at the moment, I don't know, but it's coring green season, right? Especially around the Yarra area, right? So Rosanna's been caught, Heidelberg's been caught. As far as I'm concerned, everywhere else is in the
Caught.
midst of it within the last 2-3 weeks or so, or it's coming up in the next week or so, right? So it's coming into spring and the better weather, growing season, whatever it may be, right? They all know what they're doing. So
You like to think.
well, yeah. So it's a little hard to get out there and do some hunting practice, right? And it's a little hard just to go play your standard comp and expect a.
I have a putting mat over there if you want to nick it.
Well, there you go. Well, yeah, no, it's all right. I've got a whole putting green, but
True.
the yeah. So I'm not too eager to go out there and play a stroke round because I'll just get frustrated.
Yeah.
Right. That's
Rightfully
that's
so.
all it is. And the golf clubs, I think, understand that. So it's been a lot of team events and points and like all this other crap and Ambrose and Coring Cups and Jensems and all that shit, which is perfect. Right. Which is exactly how they should do it. So anyway, my most recent round, which I've got another thing to add on to, was Saturday. I played 4-man Ambrose, played with Raptor, and played with David as well. And who else did we play with? Oh, one of our other mates, Ryan.
Yeah.
Right. And the whole point was beers and carts. That's all we wanted.
Perfect.
Right. Raptor goes, don't drive. And I'm like, how the fuck am I going to get there? He goes, figure it out, fly or something. He goes, don't drive. And I'm like, nah, bad luck. I'm driving. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not. Anyway. Yeah. So we had beers, music, carts. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome vibe, good fun. Played Ambrose. And there was a little bet.
Ooh. Little
So-
side hustle.
Yeah. So it was against Raptor and Ollie.
Mm.
Right. So it's Raptor's group, which was us, versus Ollie's group. Ollie played in the morning. All right. Whoever wins based off net score, whoever wins, whoever the losers had to buy, the pro shop a dinner or something like that.
Yeah.
So that was the bet.
Hello, everyone. Sorry to take you away from the episode. We'll be back there in a moment. But if you're enjoying this content and you want to see more of it, you should subscribe.
Hang on. That sounds pretty difficult.
What do you mean?
You know why? You know why that sounds pretty difficult? What? Just watch this. Just. So what happens is.
It's as simple as that. Can you believe it? But like I said, if you're enjoying... Are you all right?
Sorry, that was just really hard.
You look like you've had a workout. And yet all you've done is subscribe. How easy is that, Joel?
Just press the button. I'm dizzy.
And if you enjoy our content, you should also follow us on Spotify. You should follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Like, subscribe, comment on our videos, enjoy it where you can, and share it with your friends. Send them a text message with our links in them.
Correct.
They're everywhere. But we thoroughly appreciate your support. But please, head down, follow us, subscribe, like, comment, leave a review.
Do what I just did.
Yeah, it's not that hard. If Joel can do it, I have so much faith in you.
Okay, time's up.
Thank you.
So it was either Ollie pays or Raptor pays, whichever one it was. That was what was on the line. They played off 5.5, I think their handicap was. Ollie's group, Ollie, Noah, and a couple others. They went out and shot 7 under.
Nice.
Off the stick, and I think their net score was 58.5 or something like that. Anyway,
Really solid team Ambrose Golf.
not bad at all.
Solid.
Not bad at all. And I said to Raptor, I'm like, we're gonna piss that in. I'm like, that's not even. I'm like, we're shooting 7 under through 9. I'm like, what are you talking about? Right. Anyway, and the problem was confidence got way up because we birdied the first 4 with our eyes closed.
Yeah,
Right. As a 4-man scramble, of course, as Ambrose, but still on chord greens, it's impossible to putt. Right.
Oh, of course.
So we birdied the first 4 and out like the vibes, right? The chest is puffed out.
Especially because you got tunes pumping,
Right,
beers
yeah.
flowing.
Yeah.
And
I'm like, we're shooting 15 under. We're literally going to shoot 55 off the stick.
Yeah.
Right. That's where the head was. Anyway, a few pars start rolling in the mix. It starts getting harder to putt. And I'm like, ugh. Right. Anyway, we birdie 8 and 9, and we turned 6, and I'm like, no, we're still going to piss it in. We only shot 3 under on the back 9.
Oh,
Or
wow.
4 under on the back 9.
Yeah, okay.
Only. Right. And it was a little scary because we're coming down 16 going, we need a birdie 2 out of the last 3 here. Right. And we've still got 2 guys' drives we need as well.
Oh, no.
So we ended up having almost 200 into 16.
Wow.
Right. We're hitting out of the rough in the trees on the right on 17. And then we've got 200 plus into 18 as well. And we're like, fuck, this got difficult real quick.
Yeah, right.
But no, we got it over the line. So we shot 10 under as a group,
Nice.
which wasn't bad at all. There was some good stuff in there, but also
I actually
some
had a
rotten
geese.
stuff in there.
I actually had a geese because I obviously keep in touch with the Rosanna scores and see how you're doing and the boys and whatnot. And I was like, oh, yeah, they got that Ambrose thing. They're getting pissed, right? Had a look and I was like, there's some good scores out there.
Dude, there was a couple like 4-man teams that a lot of them were the Penna players. So their combined handicap was .75 or something, or 1 or something like that. They all played off sub 3, right? And going out shooting 14, 15 under.
Yeah.
Right. I'm like, fuck, that's awesome out there. And
That's
like
real good golf.
the guys that we had, David's a solid enough player, plays off 10-ish, 9, 10. Ryan plays off about 18. So there was only sort of so much me and Raptor could do.
Yeah.
Right. Like I played decent enough, but it wasn't like, we couldn't quite go that scuba.
You weren't
number.
shooting the lights out.
Nah, but we did just enough to get it over the line. So it was a lot of fun, but
I love those team events for cord green season and all that kind
awesome.
of stuff. It's
It was
perfect
awesome.
timing.
And I hit 5 putts for the day.
Nice.
I just told him, I said, I'm putting last, but I also don't want to putt. Please don't make me putt. I
Yeah.
do not want to putt here. Please.
Yeah.
Please. Like not because I don't want the pressure of holding a putt. It's because I'm just going to frustrate myself.
I can sort of vouch for where you're coming from because we had a hit last Thursday.
Yeah.
Golf course was closed at Rosanna. Golf course was closed Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday last week before last week's episode went out.
Yeah.
We played Thursday night, and I think between us we might have putted 12 times.
Not even.
And the difference between Rosanna and Heidelberg and their coring strategies at the moment is that you guys are still doing what I would consider a traditional core.
Yeah. Heavy.
They're heavy, they're thick, they're big tines. They are taking heaps out.
Yeah.
Heidelberg at the moment, I don't know whether or not they've made an error throughout the season or something else, or it's a complete change of strategy, but it seems to be the latter. We're doing thinner tines more often.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
We've caught it since March, I think 3 times already.
Really?
It's consistent, it's annoying. I think, and it leads me to believe that they might have made a mistake in their approach to how they're going to treat the golf course through winter. And the unpredictability of the season that we've had, fair enough. But we did a very light core coming into spring. And I'm hoping, fingers crossed, as are the rest of the members, that we don't touch it again.
Yeah,
should
they
be
probably
good
they
enough.
probably wouldn't be punched at least. Might be given a scraping or something like that before you go into clubbies or something like that to tidy them up. But
I can understand
don't
that.
Don't forget, Rosanna and Heidelberg's greens are two completely different grasses.
I completely understand that.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I think that, that's completely understandable, right?
It's probably just different.
But it's just two different golf courses. And we've been like this now. I don't think since COVID, I don't think we've done a proper hardcore punch like we used to when I first joined. Like similar to what Rosanna do.
Yeah.
It's always just been thinner tines with a couple of slashes every now and again.
Yeah.
And for a while, the slashes kept us going in between major cores, where the tines would just be a bit smaller than a regular one that you would see.
Yeah.
But now this season, especially during winter, it's just been every 5-6 weeks, bang, punching
Little
them
punch them. Yeah.
just to keep them afloat.
I'm sure they know what they're doing
I'm sure they do.
in some way. Yeah, Rosanna's only do, I think, start of April, start of September, do a big core. And then, maybe give them a punch once, maybe twice, maybe.
So-
And it's only a very light punch as well. So
And with that being
know.
said, so
they know what
10 under for your recent round,
Yeah, so we had 10 unders of 4-man scramble, which
and you won the bet.
and we did win the bet. So happy days. Well, Raptor won the bet.
Yes.
I guess. So they're gonna. I don't know what they're figuring out. Whether they go. I think
If
for
it's
the grand
Raptor
final
involved
weekend.
and Ollie's paying, it's going to be deep. Ollie's going to be asking Luke for a few extra shifts in the pro shop.
yeah. So I think
And if Luke's smart, he won't give them to you.
I don't know how it's gonna work, but I'm gonna let them to argue.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna be here. But on the other end of my most recent rounds
Yep.
lately, because Rosanna's like obviously the clubs are going through their coring stages, so we don't go practice putting and stuff like that. So very fortunate enough at home we have a little putting green out the front.
This is going to be sick. You've already told me about this.
I've told you about one thing, right? And so me and the old boy, I'll walk past with my putter, right? And I've been using the Old Faithful as well, my black one.
Oh, hello.
Forgot how much I love that thing. Anyway, and I'll walk past like the little lounge room in the house, and I'll give my dad like the side eye. I'll just give him one of these, right? And he'll turn around and look at me, and I'll be like, won't say anything.
Just
What's going on? Just like that. And he goes, we on, are we? I'm like, nah, you're scared. That's all. He's like, fuck off, idiot. Watch this. Right. So he gets up, chucks his Ugg boots on, grabs his putter, and we start just putting, right? And so there's it sort of moves a bit in this putting green. It's
But
like,
you've on your little 4 meter by 4 meter putting green out the front of the house, you've designed an 18-hole course.
we have.
Right.
So it's four, there's 4 holes, individual holes, and you go around the circuit twice as 8 holes, and then you go across as your 9th.
Yeah.
And then going across, that starts the back 9, which is the opposite. Right. So you go the opposite way. And we've got it down to a T. It's perfect, right? Anyway, and every hole's a par 2. The shortest putt is probably maybe 6 feet. Maybe. That's probably the
So
shortest
it's still
putt.
decent length.
Yeah, 5.5, 6 feet maybe would be the longest putt, shortest putt, and the longest is from one hole to the other, which would be maybe 12,
Yeah.
maybe 12 feet, maybe a touch more. Right. Anyway, the first night we actually started keeping score because we were just sort of doing little like match play putting comps. First night that we kept score, we went around and because every hole's a par 2. If you hole it, it's 1 under, simple as that, right? And Dad shot 12 under, right? Which obviously 12 1 putts, which is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Because there's a couple holes that really have some break in them and weird, unpredictable little movements and stuff like that. And it rolls all right, but 12 under, I'm like, fuck, that's pretty good. And I felt like I boxed everything, shot 11 at the same time.
Yeah, right.
Right. So I'm like, Dad has the course record. Right. Walk past last night. And I eyeball him. Right. And he goes, we on, are we? I'm like, you challenging me? He goes, easy, champion. I have the course record. You should challenge me. Right. Never been put in my place so fast in my life.
Jesus
right. He goes,
Christ.
I have the course record, champ. Right. And I'm like,
Sit down, buddy.
I'm like, Jesus. Right. So I'm like locked in, didn't speak. Right. We're just locked in. Right. I shot 12 under twice
Oh, wow.
last night. And like, you'd have to know what the putting green's like and you'd have to do it and experience it to understand how good 12 is.
Yeah.
Like, it is fucking ridiculous. And the fact that he did it on the first night and we haven't beaten it yet is like, it shows how good that 12 is.
Yeah.
And like, I felt like I hold everything as well and shot 12 twice, missed the last long putt, both by lip outs to shoot 13. right? And I had like the first one, I've just start running down the street, right? And then the second one, I had a tantrum went inside, right? So for every night from now on, I'll get home tonight, no shit, and I'll eyeball him, and it'll be 8:30 at night. We chuck the big spotlight on, and it's on, right? And then we're just putting, right? It's unreal, but
Hey, do me a favor, right? Find a way to record it.
yeah. I've got to chuck the phone up,
and
on
we can whack it up on Instagram as a video or
Yeah.
something. It'd be hilarious.
It's awesome. So yeah, it's pretty groovy, and
love
sometimes you get on a run, and we sort of know now that if you're not a certain amount under par by a particular spot,
You got no chance.
we got no chance of beating the record.
Yeah.
So we sort of just putt around anyway, and then we'll get moving again, and then we'll just keep trying. So oh man,
Shit.
it's fucking crazy.
How
but
good.
It's a lot of fun, and yeah, I reckon it really improves in his case a lot. He doesn't really practice putt. He's starting to get it understanding of what drills actually do and how it does improve out on the course. But him doing this, he's like addicted now, and he
Yeah.
loves it because he's like at first the first couple nights, yeah, he shot that 12, but the first couple nights I'm shooting 9, maybe 10, and he would get to like 4 or 5 and maybe get to 8. Right. And he had that one blitz run where he shot 12, but he wasn't really getting to 10 all that often at all. Whereas I'm shooting 9, 10 pretty consistently. And now we're both shooting 10. Like he's really locked in. His putting's fucking awesome now. So
That's grouse.
it's a good little comp.
How good's
That's
that?
what we're sort of doing every night.
Very good. I want to come around and
cool.
see what it's all about. It's
pretty cool.
Because you'll kick my ass, fair enough, because I don't know the course.
You don't know it
But
yet.
I want to see. I want to witness firsthand. I might even come and just film one night and just see how we go.
it's pretty cool. It's pretty fun.
How fun.
Yeah.
So my recent round, we'll go through it very quickly because we've got a bit we want to get through. I had 34 points on the weekend playing off 5. All right. Left a little bit out there. Very safe to say. I've spent so much time in the last few weeks. We've spoken about it in depth, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. Working with Raptor on my full swing. So much so, I've completely neglected the short game. And now I need a tune up
Yeah.
with the short game. And I feel like, remember when we were working on short game months ago, you and I, and I'd have a bad couple of weeks and you'd say something and then all of a sudden it's back.
Yeah. You're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like I need one of those, right? I'm going to go see Raptor about it because everything of your short game is obviously your own, but he's had a big influence on it as well, I'd imagine.
Yeah. In different ways. Yeah. Absolutely.
So-
yeah, 100%.
I text him. I had 11 was annoying. So I was front of the green for 2, like 15 out, and flubbed 2 chips and made bogey. And I was just like, I texted him straight away and I was like, I'll see you on the back of, because I booked in a lesson on Friday night. I texted him straight away. I'm like, see you on the back of 15A, my friend. I said, fuck the full swing. That's fine.
Yeah.
I said, we need short game practice
Yeah.
ASAP.
Yeah,
And he's like, all right, cool. No dramas. So he texts me. He's like, oh, he thought toys were out of the pram again, similar to how it was a few weeks ago. And he texts me. He's like, keep going. You can still get to 36 points. Like, it's
Yeah,
all good.
yeah,
I text him back straight away like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm not
I'm good.
I'm not pissy here.
Yeah.
This is just what we need to
It's
do.
more of an excitement thing.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I've got something to work on. Let's
Correct.
fuel this because you've seen progression in your full swing, which I'm so fucking impressed by the way. I'm so impressed by where the transition into how you were hitting it to now, and it's very playable and scoreable. And yeah, I was impressed the other night.
Yeah.
especially I'm just like, fuck, you hit it good. Like there's a lot of control there.
Yeah.
which is good. And then
And to boost up your point a little bit as well, I feel like that if I have this tune up with the short game, sort of, and I'm talking like 80 meters, not necessarily 80 meters, like 50 meters and in. Just that little half swing 54 degree all the way to like a little 10 meter chip shot with a wedge. I need that more so than I do anything because I can hit a wedge 80 meters. I'm comfortable doing it. The longer I've got to hit it, the better I am at the moment because it's closer to a full swing, right? And I feel like as soon as we can tune this up, it's bang.
Yeah,
like
it goes on.
we're off.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I said Craig was texting me last week saying that the low round was coming. It will once we tune up this fucking short game.
yeah,
And to boost your point about where the golf swing is at the moment, the ability that I've got at the moment to shape the ball both ways with everything in the bag is really impressive.
yeah. Also,
it's impressive
squared
to
everything
myself.
up.
I think of a couple of times, like a couple of tee shots in particular with driver. Like Raptor said it to me time and time again, and he might have mentioned it on his podcast here. Throughout, the higher up the bag I go, the more on plane my swing gets.
Yeah.
Right, and it represents more of a draw than a fade. Right. And that's true. So I'm really struggling to hit fades on demand. If I hit fades at the moment, I don't really know. I know how I've done it, but I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we're standing on 4 tee box, and the tee box is tucked hard left. And I just see that with this draw that I'm hitting at the moment, and the fairway looks like it's 600 yards wide.
Yeah, you just
So I
eyes
just
light up.
picked this tree in the distance on the right hand side. I'm like, hit it at that, draw it. And I hit this fucking monster.
Absolute
And
tomahawk.
you'd be so impressed with it because it's exactly the shape that you hit, that little 16, 17 yard draw, right? Where you've actually like, you might not draw it as much.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's a lot. Yeah.
But I hung this out into the Goombie on and just brought the fucking thing back.
Yum.
And I was like, start middle fairway. I was like, yep, that's mint. And then on 9, whilst 9 wasn't the result that I wanted, I hit this friggin' Arnold Palmer helicopter finish like fade. Just started at 30 right of where I needed it to. And it ended up in the Goombie, fair enough.
Yeah,
but I was
but-
like, that's a big slice. That's a big
That's
slice
not a
on
cut,
demand.
that's a slice.
Because the tee box was, again, tucked to the right
Yeah,
on 9.
yeah,
And
yeah.
you need a fade on 9. It's a dogleg right. So the
Or
ability
you just
to,
hit it at that big dead tree and just hope it gets through it.
yeah,
That's what I do.
that's what you do. It's
what I do.
It's 90% air, and it's like, but that dead tree is 15 meters away. Like it's not far away.
Yeah. I just hit it at it.
You just hit it high and hope.
Yeah.
So I played Friday as well, and I had 35 points on Friday playing off 4. So I had 2 very consistent
Consistency's
rounds.
there.
It's so there.
And here's
It's
the thing.
2 shit doubles. The second hole has got my number. I've made doubles on that hole the last 3 rounds I've played on it. It's got my number. I don't know what it is. I'm picking the right clubs off the tee, just not executing, and the short game's fucking me.
Yeah, well, the hardest thing is like while the greens are cord, I feel like when greens are cord, that's the only way you can ever excuse yourself to go, it's not me, it's just the condition, right? And the hardest part is separating that from the result. Like I find it so difficult. You can go out and flush it and not have a good score because unfortunately you just can't putt. Like
And-
it's just you're not. It just does things that it's not supposed to do. But that's the point of cord greens. Like
And that was the excuse I gave myself.
separating it is hard.
100%.
So hard.
And that was the excuse I gave myself when I did have
Yeah.
dodgy 2 putts or a 3
Yeah.
putt or whatever it might be. All right, the greens are caught. Fucking who cares?
Yeah.
I left about 6 putts in the jaws a foot short. Right? And I'm like, okay, in 3 weeks that rolls in. Like, no
Yeah,
big
it goes
deal.
in. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm not too disappointed with that. But
Yeah.
when I'm walking up to greens going, I'm here for 3, I should be here for 2, right? Or I'm here for 4 and I should be here for 2 because I've flubbed 2 chips or I've fucked up a wedge shot or whatever. When I know that the reason why the scores aren't good is everything from 50 degree down to 60, then I'm like, fuck, what are we doing wrong?
Yeah. I guess so.
And we've worked so hard in the past year on that shorter stuff that I'm just like, something's wrong.
Yeah.
It's okay.
it'll be the tiniest thing too.
tiniest
It'll be
thing.
tiny little.
Tiniest thing. And we've worked on it a little bit with Raptor in the past, but there's only so much you can do on the range when you're hitting
Correct.
a wedge. Right? So I'm looking forward to seeing him on Friday. I've already booked it out. We're going to the 15A. I don't care what he's got to say. I don't care if it's in play. I don't care if if Rosanna decides to put 15A in play because they're doing work on another hole. I'm working out on 15A. Do you know what I mean? Right. I'm
think
just
it
gonna
might be a player.
It might be, but even still, like we'll figure something out. I just need somewhere where I can hit a 15-meter chip shot. Anyway,
Alright, yeah.
I don't want you to look at it. Don't ruin it for me.
I
Seriously.
won't. I'll just know and you won't.
Yeah, fine.
Simple as that.
But you'll give it away in your facial expressions.
No, I won't. I am James Bond poker face.
No, you're not.
Wait, Lady Gaga poker face. I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
is it?
Anyway, so yeah, the golf is in a really good spot, minus a couple of things, but I'm really happy with where things are.
Good.
I'm loving how I'm hitting driver at the
Dude,
moment.
34 points plus on core greens is awesome.
2 days in a row.
He's really good.
2 days in a row.
Like the old boy even said he had 37 points on Sunday, yesterday. He had 7 points at 37. Oh, no, Saturday as well. He had 37 points as well, playing off 6 or something like that on chord greens. I'm like, I don't think you realize how good that is.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
you realize how hard it is? I'm like, there is not a galaxy that I sniff 36 points
No, go
on
on.
chord greens. There's not a galaxy.
So do you want to know just how annoying life is at Heidelberg?
No.
So yes, the greens are chord, and it is difficult. But we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players scoring 40 points or above on Saturday. 9. We had one bloke had 43 points, again off 19. Then we had 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 players had 42, 2 players had 41, and 2 players had 40. If you shot 36 points at Heidelberg, you finished tied. You finished 47th on Saturday. So when I talk about the green,
36 points gets you top 15 usually.
yeah, 47th, right? I shot 34 points and came 76th.
I'd love to go out there and shoot 4 under and come tied for 61st.
Yeah, correct.
With
Right.
35 points.
And like, so that mantra of the greens are called so it's
crazy.
hard. Yeah, but like again, we call them so differently to how you do.
Yeah.
So you can't really say that the way the greens affect the ball at our place is different to yours.
I feel like it just affects the different caliber of player. Like the firmer and quicker the greens are, generally the higher handicap struggle because doesn't really have the ball control.
In fairness, there's a pretty even split amongst players who had 36 points or better on Saturday in handicap ranges.
How many single figures?
A dozen.
Huh?
I'll count. All right, from 36 and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going up the leaderboard as well. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 players 14 players single digits. 36 or better on the weekend. So I don't know if blokes are just playing unreal or if the golf course was presenting a little bit easy because the greens were a bit cord.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Or if blokes, because they were soft, they weren't responding. So if you plugged on the green and managed to do it close, you're making birdie.
Yeah, it sort of sits where it hits.
It sits where it hits. So it's a weird one. Anyway, golf's fun. I love it.
That's bizarre.
I'm in a really good mood about golf, and I'm playing on Friday. I'm having a lesson with Raptor on Friday. I'm going to give him a big cuddle and tell him to fix my short game.
Big cuddle.
Give him a big cuddle. Always give Raptor a big cuddle. He loves a big cuddle.
It's a big teddy bear. In
That's it. Now, we've got a slight topic for today. I wanted to bring something up because I had a text message this afternoon from my mum.
Oh.
My mum's a member at Rosanna, has been for a year and a bit. Did the forward tee program through Raptor. Her handicap ain't the greatest, but she's just getting into it. I still consider my mum getting into golf.
Yeah,
She's been playing for less than 2 years. I think you're still getting into golf.
Yeah. First 2 years, you're still beginner.
Right?
Yeah.
So she texted me today, and I think it was along the lines of, "That's it. I officially quit golf."
enough.
Right? I'm not enjoying this.
Yeah.
This is shit or something like that. And I quickly responded. I was like, "What have you done now? Like, what's happened?" And before she had the chance to respond, I went through and had a look at her scorecard, and it wasn't pretty. The front nine was very average, very subpar. You can probably look it up yourself.
Do I want to?
No.
A lot of red.
There's a lot of red.
No, I won't bother.
Don't worry about it. Anyway, I think she had like 9 or 10 points on the front nine and managed to finish with 28.
Yeah, okay.
So I texted her straight away after looking at her scorecard, being like, "Look, I've just had a look. 4 words for you. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
No
Yeah,
one
cares.
cares."
It doesn't matter.
I said to her, on a day like today, it's Monday the 15th, it's been sunny as anything. The weather's nice and warm. It's gusty as all shit. The wind's high. But you're out in a park, walking around in the sunlight with your mates, hitting a golf ball, chatting garbage. What more could you ask for?
Yeah. You've
I was like, when the scorecard, and I've tried and again, I understand it's hard in the moment to think about this sort of stuff, right?
well,
Especially-
you're culpable for that.
yeah, I'm
Bringing your
massive
mind out of the dumps in the moment.
100%.
You're better, but you know what I mean.
I'm better, but it still gets to me. 100% it does. Gets to everyone.
Gets to me as well.
But that was the text message I sent her. I was just like, who gives a fuck about what the scorecard is? You're out in the park having a giggle with your friends,
Yep.
hitting a golf ball. I literally said to her, and I quote, "Don't let that little ball and those funny looking sticks ruin your day."
Yeah.
Who cares? And I've said it time and time again. We pay way too much money in this sport and we devote too much fucking time to hate it.
Yeah, correct. Well said. You don't say shit very well that often.
Right? So, yeah. And here's let me guarantee you something, and I'm going to guarantee every single person out there watching, you're going to play shit golf a lot more than you play good golf.
Oh, for sure.
Right? We can't all be top line professionals. Scotty Scheffler wins by 114 shots and has a bad week. It's not that easy. Right? We can't all be like that. If we were all like that, it'd be easy and everyone would win millions.
Well, my boss says it the best. He goes, if it was easy, everybody would do it.
Exactly.
And I'm like, fuck, that's true.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
If it was an easy sport to accomplish and to get good at, you'd have 15 number ones players in the world, and the rest. But no, it's difficult. It's challenging, but it's the challenge that keeps us coming back.
It's a weird thing. I was the other night. It would have been like 9:30 at night, and my mum's addicted with watching Full Swing.
Oh yeah.
Like addicted. It's crazy, right? And I haven't watched it. I've never watched it.
I didn't watch season 2. Season 1 was meh.
Right, I haven't watched it, and like I'd sit down with her and I'll watch a couple episodes, and it is awesome to watch them, and you sort of see the raw moments of these pro golfers, and like at the stage where I want to be, right? And it shows how fucking hard it is, no matter at every level, and it gets harder as you go up, right? So it's crazy to see that some of these guys that are worth millions and millions and millions still have this 6 months where they're just like, I fucking hate this. This sucks. Like I'm in the worst mental state because they're not playing well.
Some players don't even get 6 months. Some players get years.
Exactly.
Jordan
Right.
Spieth.
So and then you see these breakthroughs like Ricky. Like you see like the struggles he went through, and then it affected every other part of his life, and then he breaks through the other side, right? Anyway, and I was saying, and one of the things that my sister doesn't like golf at all.
Fair.
1, doesn't understand it. 2, can't be bothered understanding it and hates it. Right? Just doesn't.
My
thinks
sister's a little bit the same.
Thinks it's just a shit sport. Why would you play that? Dumb.
My sister thinks the exact same thing, but the one time she came to the golf course, she has the purest golf swing for a friggin' first timer I've ever seen
And you just
anyone
make it
swing.
so mad.
It fucking annoys me.
Anyway, and and then the discussion came out like, oh, there's so many things easier than golf, right? I'm like, how long you got? Sit down,
Yeah.
right? And I said, at face value, hitting a golf ball, very easy. Making contact, easy. It's easier than horse riding. It's easier than fucking a lot of other things. There's a lot of other things that are harder than golf at face value. I said, the deeper you get into it, the harder golf gets, right? And at the very end of the timeline, golf is the hardest thing on the planet. Is the hardest sport, or one of at least.
Yeah.
At least one of.
I
The
could probably
deeper
name-
and the harder, the deeper and the more detail you get into things, and the further up the timeline you get with golf, the more it exceeds everything else, right? Both not only physically not that bad, there's
Skill.
things, but it's with every other bit of baggage that comes with it.
So
And it's and that's what I was explaining to her. She didn't listen because she just thinks I'm an idiot, right? And I don't want to expose it too. I don't want to say too much, saying that golf's the hardest thing on the planet. It's not, but it's one of. You know what I mean? It's one of the hardest things, and proper golfers would understand that. That let's say there's things like, say, basketball, right? Physically, 10 times harder than golf. Physically, right? I'd agree with that, right? No problem at all. But you've got the reliability of other players. You've got a couple other components that you don't have to rely on yourself all that much. You've got a team, you've got other things. Sometimes there's games that you don't have to play and the team will still win, right? So you can rely on other things. With golf, it's you. That's it. If you're in a little bit of a shit mental state, bad luck, champ. The golf course doesn't owe you anything, and golf doesn't owe you anything. You still got to get that ball in the hole.
Yes.
And you got to battle through that somehow. So it's like there's emotionally and mentally and spiritually and every other that goes along with it makes golf so fucking difficult.
yes. And that leads us to the topic for today, which was staying committed.
Yeah, somehow that the hardest part about getting into it is starting.
Yeah.
And the first 12 to 18 months to 2 years is the most difficult part.
Yeah.
Is realizing actually how hard it is to not only improve, but stay committed, and how much time you got to devote to it to improve.
And golf, similar, but yet not so similar to every other sport, right? They will only show you the highlights on TV. So if put yourself in this scenario.
That's with everything. But
Every sport's the same. You only see the good stuff on the news highlights and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
But golf more so because, and this is where it sucks you in, because you see Tiger Woods and Scotty Scheffler and everyone drain 40-foot putts. Holding trophies and draining 40-foot putts and driving the ball 350 yards, and you know what I mean? And they make it look effortless. And they go, well, he's standing still, moving around from one side to the other, and the ball goes, phew.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah, how hard's that? Yeah.
And then you go to the driving range. Hang on. And then you go to the driving range and you grab a club, you hire a driver because you don't know what they are, right? You get a 50 balls and you put your tee on, first ball on the tee, and you fresh airy one, and you go, why'd that happen?
Yeah. What'd I do wrong?
And all of a sudden you got a weird grip, and you might have cack hand, and all of a sudden you got blokes who know what they're doing, looking at you, going, "Who the fuck's this bloke?"
Yeah, but it's like you watch say the best players on the planet, and it's like, yeah, I'm holding it the same. Yeah, he takes it back to there, and he follows through. His ball goes mint. Mine's still on the tee. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And then it starts clicking in your head, going,
Oh shit!
and then the more and more you do it,
And this is where golf sucks you in, because you sit right yesterday. Canelo Alvarez versus fucking what's his first name? Crawford, right?
Yeah.
In the boxing on Netflix, right? You sit and watch that fight and go, right? You sit and watch that fight and go, there is no chance in the world I'm getting in a boxing ring and having a fight. Because I know I don't want to get hurt,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And you go, but if my mate's got boxing gloves on at his garage and a speed bag,
I'll have a swing.
I'll have a go.
yeah,
Right? And then you put the gloves on, you hit the speed bag once, and you go, oh, that was pretty good. And then you try and keep a rhythm, and you're like, nah.
yeah. Boxing, I can vouch for that. Boxing is one of the hardest fucking things.
But not just boxing.
Like-
Then you got a whole nother world of like mixed martial arts.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Where
yeah.
you've got to be prolific, like you got to be prolific in a number of different areas, right? To be in the top the top of the world.
Yeah.
Right? That's where golf sucks you in, because it is one action.
Yeah.
Right? We know it's not one action.
No.
Right?
No.
It's a number of different variations of actions and swing parts
It's-
and
yeah,
length
the-
of swing and all, right? There's a million different variations of a golf swing.
Yeah.
But you don't see that on TV.
No.
You see club back, club through, psh,
Yeah.
ball
flush.
goes.
Ball goes in hole.
Hold the trophy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, that's kind of with everything. It's almost with everything, but I feel like there's more components and more stages you have to go through with golf
Yeah.
from start to end.
but because,
there's no end. But
because it is so stationary to an extent.
Yeah.
And it's so simple
Yeah.
to the naked eye.
the concept is,
The concept is, it's so, like, it lures you in more, right? Because you watch a fight and you see them all sweaty and bloody, and you go, "Fuck that! I'm not doing
Fuck
that.
that,
That looks
yeah.
tough.
Fuck that.
It looks hard."
Yeah.
Or you see Formula One drivers pull their friggin', balaclava or their fireproof balaclavas off, and they're sweating,
Yeah.
and they're dripping, and they're guzzling water just to try and replace fluids after they've been racing in Singapore in 47-degree heat. And you go, "Nah, I could never drive a car that fast. My Nissan Micra doesn't go that quick." I can't drive anything that quick.
My commie just barely starts.
You know
let
what I
alone-
mean?
Yeah.
And yet there's some blokes who get into golf, or, some people get into golf early days and go, I don't hit the ball. I don't go that far on my holidays.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it.
Yeah.
So, the battle is getting started, one. Number two, staying at it.
Yeah.
Sticking at it.
That's the hardest part is
If I had a dollar for every one of my mates who I took to the driving range, right, once, I'd have lots of money.
If I had $1 for
I'd
every
have
time one of my one out of the 5 of my closest mates said, "That's it, I'm getting into it," right? And then 6 weeks later, I'm on a phone call going, "Have you been playing recently?" "Oh no, I haven't had a hit since last time we did it."
Yeah.
And it's just like, but you said you were getting into it.
Yeah. I'd have
And I'm like, bro,
I'd have at least 12
I'm
bucks.
like, you said you were getting into it. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, hang on, you just said you're going to devote all this time and
Yeah.
you're going to go spend money on these wedges and stuff, and you're going to go get a lesson, and you're going to come out with me all the time. You realize how hard it is, don't you?
Yeah.
Didn't you? You realize how difficult it was.
Yeah.
And now it's like, oh fuck! I just realized how hard this is going to be. I realized how much time it's going to take. It scared you off, didn't it? Right? And then 3-4 months later, they go to the driving range, hit that one pure shot. They're like, nah, fuck it, I'm getting into it. And then the cycle just repeats. And it's like, it's the understanding of, you don't need to go balls to the wall where you hit balls every day. You don't need to do what the professionals do. You just don't, because you're not at that stage yet.
Yeah.
It's like the beginner is purely being a beginner. Hit balls once a fortnight. That's it.
And
that's
again,
all you need.
It leads me to my next point, the whole point of staying committed, right? And I felt like saying this to mum today, but it was obviously too raw. I wasn't going to rip this Band-Aid off this quickly, right? But the amount of times I want to grab people, right, and just go, "You're shit." Like, for lack of a better term, you are not good at this. And that is okay. Right? That is perfectly okay. There is nothing wrong with being shit at this sport. It is fine. There is nothing wrong with it whatsoever. The beauty of this sport is there is an entire scoring system and a handicap system that allows you to play to your own standards no matter how shit those standards are. Right? Or subsequently how good those standards are. I've had this conversation with myself when times are shit. I've literally looked at myself in the mirror and gone, you're not actually that good.
You're fighting yourself, though.
Correct.
That's why it's individual.
Exactly.
You're fighting yourself.
So as much as you want to get better,
You're shit.
which is great, fucking practice, go get better. The realization, the understanding of, well, hey, I play with this bloke who plays off +6. I'm not as good as him. I might just be shit or he might just be amazing. You should not try and keep up with that person.
No.
It's like when I got a mate of mine who, again, plays once every 2 years, right? And he'll ring me and go, can we go play golf? And we'll end up at Strathallan and I'll hate myself for 4 hours and it'll suck, right? But I have fun with him because he's enjoying himself.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then 6 holes in, he'll be throwing clubs and cracking the shits because he's trying to keep up with me. And I'm like, dude, you haven't touched a golf club in 2 years. Here I am playing twice, 3 times a week. There are levels to this shit, literally. And you are not trying, your competition is not me.
Yeah, no.
Just go and have fun.
Competition is himself.
Enjoy the shot that gets more than 2 feet off the air.
Yeah.
Because that's how it works.
Yeah.
Enjoy the 2-putt on a green from 35 feet because that's what
That's
counts.
good.
That's good.
It's considered good.
Right?
Yeah.
Enjoy the drive that goes straight down the middle with a little baby fade.
Yeah, perfect.
Enjoy it.
Perfect. Doesn't matter that it doesn't go 270. You can't hit it 270.
It doesn't matter that you're hitting it 9 more times after that for the hole. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
You're not keeping up with me.
No.
Because when you ask for my score on the scorecard and I say 3 and you say 9, we're not playing against each other.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, it's not me.
I would
versus
have I would have taken your money 7 holes ago. Stop trying to compete with me.
Yeah.
And that's what I keep saying to people is just like, okay, have some realistic expectations of what your golf can produce.
Yeah. I've seen-
And especially for people who are just getting started, you are gonna suck.
Yeah.
Rare as all fuck do you get someone, and you hear stories about it all the time. I started playing golf 6 months ago and I'm already down to 7. Congrats.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You are a diamond in the rough,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah, correct.
Right?
But
99% of people who take this sport up are going to suck.
yeah, well,
And are going to suck for a while.
I've said to mates, you need to create your own par.
Correct.
Create your own golf course because your par is not the same as mine, which is the same thing. Don't compare yourself
handicap.
to me. You're exactly right. I'm like, your par is different to mine. You're not trying to shoot 72. So if you shoot 119, you can't be pissed off with that because your now new par is 110.
Yeah.
You need to go out and shoot 110. Or if you want to just have, so one of my best mate aims to just be within, I think it was within 2 shots of me per hole. That's his par.
That's fine.
Right? That's his only goal throughout the round. If it's better than that, he broke par. He shot under relative to him. So I think his par is like 108. And if he breaks 100, well, he's gone for him scuba diving. He's broken 100. He shot 9, 10 under. Good on him. Awesome. But that doesn't mean that if I shoot 68, that you're now going, oh, I played shit because you shot 68. Well, no, that doesn't matter. I'm playing against the golf course and me. I'm not playing against you. I'm not going back all chuffed that I beat a bloke that shot 110. That's not, and I'm not going to be pissed off if I shoot 75.
Yeah.
Right? Well, I might be, but you know what I mean?
Because 99% of the time when you chat, like you ring the missus or whatever, or your dad or whatever, how'd you go today? Yeah, good. I had 68, whatever. How did so-and-so go? Because they know you're playing with a mate. Or how did fucking Drags go? Oh, yeah, he had fun.
Yeah.
Because you don't care about his score.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
All right, he had 120. Did he have fun? Yeah. He
Doesn't
had fun.
matter to me.
He had a good day.
Yeah.
We had fun. We had a laugh and a beer and some tunes and whatever. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Right? I know when I ring my missus and she goes, how did so-and-so go? I go, yeah, they had fun. It was a great day.
Had a good day.
They didn't play the greatest, but they had fun. Who cares?
It doesn't matter.
Right? And I say this all the time to my mum. My mum's, she's just proud of her son, right? And all this kind of stuff. And that's fair enough. She goes, how do you hit the ball so far? One day, Christian, I'll hit it as far as you. And I'm like, yeah, maybe in 20 years when you've played it for as long as I have and you drop 45 years in age, that'll work, right? But that's just how it is, right?
Yeah, it's the comparison.
We're playing different ball games. And I said,
comparison.
don't worry about what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Don't worry about what I'm doing. I'm not worrying about what you're doing. I mean, I am because I want you to be better.
Yeah.
I'm going to help you.
Yeah.
But I'm not nearly as worried about what you're doing as what I'm worried about myself.
Yeah, correct.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like I said, I just want to grab people sometimes and just go, just accept that it's not going to be as good as others,
yeah.
or it's not going to be as good as you want it to be. And maybe you need to change something. Maybe you need to do what Ricky Fowler did and go back and see his old coach.
Yeah, or something.
Maybe you've changed coaches in the recent time. You need to go back and change something else, or you need to have a break,
Yeah,
have a week off.
whatever it may be.
I used to call it tools down, right? I used to call it tools down because there was a period, especially just before COVID, when you and I first met, where if I got myself into a bad habit, rather than going and getting lessons and making that habit worse through lessons, or thinking I was making it worse through lessons, I just put the clubs down for 2 weeks. I'm not playing for the next 2 weeks.
Just do a reset.
And just hope that my body would forget all the bad habits, so that when I picked the club up again in a couple of weeks' time, I didn't know what it was doing, and all of a sudden I'm hitting it good. Or at least mentally, my idea of what I was doing versus what I'm doing now is different.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a fuck. I cannot stress this enough, ladies and gentlemen. This sport is so fickle.
Yeah, it
It is so harsh.
You know what?
It'll teach you lessons about yourself more than anybody could tell you to your face.
Yeah, correct.
Right? And yes, it's all well and good to play with people who are better than you, or whatever a case may be, and you want to get better, that's fine. We are all on our own journey. And it's one thing for me to come in here and tell you how much I'm loving golf because Raptors fixed the golf swing and now all of a sudden it's better. It's better so quickly because I'm seeing him every fortnight and I've played the sport for 20 years. 20 years I've played this sport on and off, and the last 10 I've played it pretty freaking regularly.
Yeah, pretty consistently. Yeah.
So that I know what I'm doing. I've got a background in the sport already, and others would be sitting in that boat going, well, I've played it for just as long and I'm fucking rubbish. Fair enough.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of that, the timeline. The timeline is, I always reference to my mates because they're really, like I said, I was actually speaking to you off air. When on Saturday, I rock up to my mate's place for drinks and a little gather, right? And they've got golf clubs hitting into a net. Right, and I show up, I'm like, oh, you boys haven't hit, are you? Right, and they're just slapping balls into there. I'm just standing there on the sideline with a beer with no intention of hitting a golf ball. Like, I don't really care. They're having their shot, and they give me the club, and I'm like,
what do you want me to do with this?
Am I hitting now? They're like, yeah, we want to see you hit a ball. It's like, it's not what I came here for, but like, all right,
Yeah.
And I would hit it, and they're like just gobsmacked, right? Just because of the sound it makes, right? Anyway, but the timeline is the funniest thing. Because so my best mate in particular, he wants to get a handicap. So I told him, this was back in probably April. I said
We've had this discussion.
Yeah.
I think you've told us about him before.
Maybe. And I said, and I'll just reiterate.
No, there's no. Keep going.
Yeah, I'll just reiterate. But he said, I want to get a handicap. I said, all right, by my birthday. So this is back in April. So my birthday's in January. So it's 8 months. I said, in 8 months, so by January, get a handicap. Get a handicap at the start of New Year's. He's like, what the fuck?
Shouldn't be hard at all.
And I'm like, what? He's like, and I'm like, what? He goes, that long? Yeah, dude. And I said, you need to play twice a week.
Yeah.
Right? Make a way around a golf course. Don't call me on the way home from you playing Yarrambat telling me you shot 94 when you didn't count all the hazard drops, you didn't count all the mulligans, you didn't count all the re-putts, you didn't count all the re-tees, all that stuff. When you've actually shot 125, but you've shaved all those shots off to improve the score. Maybe
the retrospective scorecard.
That's not cheating though. That's not cheating. He's going out there to enjoy it.
So
right?
one of the boys, sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
One of the boys I play with every week, Andrew, right? He's joined our group. He does this now. He plays a 4, right? So he writes his score on a scorecard. He'll get a blank scorecard and write it all down and then put it in the app later. And so we're sitting in the clubhouse having a beer and a feed afterwards, and he'll go, all right, yeah, shouldn't have 3-putted here. And if I had not hit that shit shot on 14 and done that, yeah, it's a retrospective 74. And I'm like,
He's actually shot 86.
yeah, he shot 82, and he's just like, actually, if I don't make all these mistakes,
It was 74.
It was 74.
That's the shoulda, coulda, woulda thing. But
yeah, and
I
it
said,
keeps him interested.
And I said, yeah. So I've said to my best mate, you need to get a handicap by my birthday. That's 2 days a week. And that 2 days could be 9 holes and hitting balls on the range. That's all you need, right? And then once a month, play 18 holes. That's all you need. Just keep it this little routine where it keeps you consistent. And then anyway, get handicap on my birthday. And then I told him, and then he goes, right, well, if I really lock in, when can I get to single figures? Right? And so if it's 2025 now, I said by the start of 2029.
Yeah.
So I said 3 years. If you want to really put your head down and get consistent, right? I said 3 years, get to 9.4, which is playing off 9 for a daily. And he's like, what? So what?
Based on your 2 days a week schedule.
And based off what you're scheduling, your full-time worker, right, that you're trying to build a bit of a career in whatever in the field you're doing, and you're trying to fucking save money to buy a house and fucking all that shit and do life.
And play golf.
And play golf. I'm giving you a pretty realistic timeline.
Took me that long.
Right? If you do it shorter than that, fucking awesome. Hats off to you. But, and if you're playing 4 times a week, yeah, we'll shave 6 months off or a year off or something like that if you really put your head down, because he's got a very natural athletic ability. So and he gets good at things quickly. Right? I said, I don't think you realize how good single figure golf is.
Oh.
Right? So I'm like, if you want to get to single figures and you want to genuinely play as often as you so-called tell me you want to, then yeah, 2029, 3 years, 3.5 years you've got of consistent work to then get into that single figure. And he loves it. He loves that sort of challenge crap. So he would always lock in with that sort of stuff. But I don't think he actually realized that 3.5 years of consistent work will get to the stage where, you know, where he wants to be. He's like, 3 times a week for 6 months. It's like, no. 6 months is still a long time, but 3.5 years. I'm like, I don't think you realize how hard that's going to be.
So for context, I've literally just grabbed my handicap history up and I've scrolled back 5 years or however the maximum it'll allow. And I first cracked single digits on the 26th of March, 2022.
Yeah.
Right? So a little over 3 years ago. Right? I joined the golf club and got my handicap in late August, early September 2018. So 3.5 years.
Yeah.
Between getting a 23 handicap to then playing off, 9.8 technically was my first.
So close enough.
Close enough.
Let's
right,
call
but
it
I got down to 9.0 in April the next month.
Yeah. So almost 4 years.
Almost 4 years to get from 23.5, which was a pretty low handicap to
A
start
starter
with.
handicap that's very low.
Pretty low.
Yeah.
Right? To now get to 9.
Yeah.
And that was 3.5 years of playing every weekend, practicing a couple of times a week. And this was back when I was a range rat. So I was going to the range twice a week at least, hitting 350, 400 golf balls a week. And that's all I could conjure. Plus
playing
working
on your Saturday.
Plus working casually, studying part-time, living a life, being 23 years of age.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy how much it's just the amount of time you got to devote to it. But it's also there's also a spectrum. It's relevant. Like, what do you consider good? Like, you know what I mean? Like we sort of discussed this a few weeks ago. What do you consider a good golfer? And that's just relevant to what we think.
Yeah.
Right. Someone making 1 par around. Yeah, that's good. Like, it's just all a matter of perspective.
But
right?
but again, I think the challenge there for you when you're
it's
asking that
individual.
question is to take the perspective out of it.
Yeah.
Right? So if someone does make 1 par around and that's the best they do, that's not good.
Relevant to us? No.
If you don't know that person, that's not good.
No.
But if I know that person, because again, I point to my mum.
I see what
I
you
point to
mean.
my
Yeah,
mum.
I
She
see
goes, I made a par today on 13. Awesome. That's great. Well done, you. Because I know that it's a challenge for her. But if your best mate, who I don't know and I've never seen him swing a golf club, goes, I made 1 par today. And I'm like, oh, okay.
So
Is that good?
yeah.
Does that mean something?
That complements-
Because to me it means nothing.
No,
Like,
that complements my point. That's why
Right.
it's a matter of perspective relevant to your own ability. So Reese in the pro shop, he made his first birdie a couple of weeks ago.
yeah, you were telling me this.
Funny enough, on 7
That's a
at
tough
Rosanna,
hole.
which is yardage wise the longest par 4 we have at Rosanna. It's like 425 from the back. He played from the whites, knocked it up there, and hold like this 45-foot putt for birdie. And like relevant to us, I'm like relevant to us and me, don't care.
But
You made a bird, but for you, I'm like,
And the
I
story
literally
as
looked
well.
at him. I'm like, that is so fucking sick.
Yeah.
And like, we're pumping his tires up, going, dude, out of all holes 7,
Yeah.
but that is so cool.
And to can a 45-footer.
But to play off high 30s and make a birdie is unbelievable.
yeah.
It's unheard of. And on a hole that he gets 2 shots on, he's at a 3 for 15, right? So, you know what I mean? But like that's the thing. What you said actually does complement what I was saying.
Yeah, it does.
It's a matter of perspective and relevant, and he was chuffed with it, and so I was happy for him. So like that's why it's individual. Comparing it to my ability or your ability is pointless.
Yeah.
There's no point. There's no point doing that. So and it sort of goes back to what I was saying to my mate. He goes, "Oh, how long did it take you to get to single figures?" I'm like, "Huh?" I'm like, for one, we started a very different timeline in our lives.
Yeah.
I started when I was very young, so I'm a sponge. I've grown up with it.
Yeah.
It's different. My skills have been built. Yours have already your foundation is there. And I said, and I've told a couple of mates before, you'll never get to my level because it's just not possible anymore. You'll have to spend the next 12 to 15 years fucking almost every day for a very, very long time, right? Because your habits and ideas about the game is so set in stone now that it's going to take so much more hard work for you to get better.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So if you started when you're 8 years old, fantastic. That's all you know.
You've grown up with golf.
You've grown up with it, so it's all you know, right? And that's what I've done. I'm what am I, 23 now, and I fully put the head down when I was like 7 or 8. So yeah, 15 years of full-on hard dedication, and I've grown up with it, so it's sort of within me now. Whereas with them, there's their own understanding of a golf swing and habits and stuff like that. Getting them out and then getting on the right track is going to take so much longer.
And because of that,
Yeah.
there is one, and again, you've grown up with the sport, right? So you have one thing that someone who picks it up at the age of 24
Yeah.
for the first time doesn't.
And
it's a word that we've discussed a lot in the last 2 years of this podcast that I don't have. Patience.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Because anybody who's 24 years old can go to a gym and do bicep curls and do chest press and just get the skills straight away. And all of a sudden they go 3 times a week and they're putting on muscle and they're feeling good and they're getting stronger and the results are there.
Yeah.
Anybody who's 24 years old can be shown how to kick a football and kick it relatively well
Yeah.
within the first session of kicking a football.
Yeah.
Anybody who's 24 can be shown how to swing a golf club
Yeah.
and not do that great.
You can make contact.
You make contact,
But-
you might hit 2 good shots out of 100, right?
Yeah.
But it's probably not enough to keep you coming back, right? If it is, great. But your patience for how good it's got to get quickly
Yeah.
is a lot shorter
Yeah.
than what it was before you ever touched a golf club,
Yeah. Correct. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because again, you might go to the gym 3 days a week and get sucked into it straight away, like you did earlier this year, and all of a sudden you're seeing progression. You don't see that straight away with golf.
No.
Not all the time.
No.
Some people have natural ability. Some people can watch someone swing a golf club and then go replicate it almost to a tee
Yeah.
instantly.
Yeah.
Those people are, like I said, diamonds in the rough.
Yeah.
Not everyone fits that caliber. Not everyone fits into that category. No. So if you're struggling with this sport, regardless of how early you are into the game, keep fucking going.
Yeah.
No one gives a shit about how well or how bad you play week in, week out. The people that love you, right, and that care about you will try and keep your head above water as long as they possibly can.
Yeah. Correct.
Right? I ring you time and time again. I ring Raptor. Golf shit. I fucking hate it. I want to quit. Like my mum did today.
Yeah.
Right? But you guys turn around and go, dude, fuck, you had one
Relax.
bad day.
Relax.
You had one bad day.
What are you talking about? Relax.
Right?
Yeah.
And today was a prime example for mum. She had one bad day. She might have had a few bad days in a row where she's got a little bit down, but also the first thing you ask her is, how much are you practicing?
Yeah.
Are you just walking out 3 days a week and playing holes? Because if that's it, yeah, of course, you might not be getting, you're too focused on the competition aspect to get better.
Yeah, we've branched on this before. It's like no one cares as much as you do.
Nah.
As simple as that. It complements the idea of this game being individual perfectly.
Correct.
It's because no one cares as much as you do. If you have 23 points, like fuck, at Coffs Harbour, at that event I play with, there's different factors as to the reason why, but it's not the point. I still shot like fucking 84 or something off the stick, right? To me, end of the fucking world.
Yeah.
Right? I've never been lower in my life. Right? And the next day, I go out and shoot 200, not the point, but I show up on the putting green still embarrassed to myself. And the guys that I'm still mates with, it's as if it never happened. It doesn't matter.
I don't care.
Who gives a fuck? No one
It
cares.
happens.
No one cares as much as you do.
Yeah.
Right? So what's the point? Like if you think of something embarrassing you did 15 years ago, you still give a fuck. There is not a single soul that witnessed that would care. They wouldn't give a fuck.
And most
they
of them
might
probably
remember going, hey, but they don't care.
Yeah.
No one cares.
Yeah.
Right? They might care.
They might laugh about it for 30 seconds and then go, well, anyway, how you been?
Anyway, yeah, what's going on? But like people care about you,
Yeah.
yourself, but no one cares about what you do. No one cares as much as you do. So it's like just stay within yourself, stay consistent, stay persistent, and set yourself your own par with everything. If you think if you the best score you can do on a par 4 is 6, that's your new par. You're now playing a par 6. You're not playing a par 4 and then be disappointed when you have 7. Like it's a par 6 now, which is what I loved about my mate doing that. He goes, if we go out and play, he just wants to stay within 2 shots per hole of me. Right? That's his goal. Right? He's still trying to compare it to what I have, but his now new par is 4 5s and 6s.
And that one,
yeah, 5 6s and 7s instead of 3 4s and 5s.
Yeah.
So that's his new goal. And if he starts beating that, then he can drop it a little bit. Right? That's called improvement.
and that might be a little bit ahead of where his abilities are.
Maybe.
He might.
Oh no, it's pretty spot on. But
Right?
yeah.
But I'm just saying it might be. So he might be turning around going, I want to be within 2 shots of Joel. That's a challenge.
Yeah.
That's the challenge.
That's his goal.
Right? I know I could comfortably be within 3.
Yeah.
But I want to be within 2.
I want to be within 2.
Right?
Yeah, 100%.
Golf is a fickle fucking game. Love it. Enjoy it. Like I said, we spend way too much money, time, and effort to hate it.
Yeah. Well, I saw an episode of Full Swing and Justin Thomas said it perfectly. He goes, the game doesn't know you shit.
Nah.
He goes, it doesn't know you anything. He goes, take it from myself. There is the professionals especially at the top level, and I'm really starting to understand it now. I've never worked harder in my life than the last 6 months.
No.
Right? But it doesn't owe you fucking anything. Doesn't matter. It doesn't care about how many balls you hit. It doesn't care about how many putts you hit. It doesn't care about all the gym work you do. It doesn't care about your mental stability. It doesn't give a fuck. It doesn't care.
It doesn't know.
It doesn't know. Exactly. It doesn't owe you shit.
All it knows is that you're going to put your tee in the ground with a ball on top of it. You're going to try and swing. And you might put it 40 right. You might put it 40 left. You might pump one down the middle.
Yeah.
And then golf's going to laugh at you and go, do it again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Do it another 14 times, dickhead.
Yeah.
Off the tee.
Do it again.
You hit a green? No, don't care. Do it again.
Do it again. I got 17 more where that came from.
Yeah.
Buddy boy.
Yeah.
Have a fucking crack. Right?
And golf wins every time.
Golf wins every time.
Par wins.
I love it. Questions from the second cut, Jolly. I think I think we've done a pretty good job
like
of
that.
explaining that.
Yeah.
Stick at it. Stick fucking at it. Right? My question, I have 2. All right? My question for you is this. My first one. Let's say someone that you know is getting into the game, as we've just discussed for the first time, and they're, Joel, I want to start playing golf. Right? What is the one piece of equipment or other that someone should spend a bit of coin on when first getting into golf?
Oh.
In your professional opinion.
Getting into golf?
Yeah. Could be anything. Could be like a package set that's, could last them a year. Could be, do you spend a bit of extra coin on a driver?
Here's the thing. It's so individual. There's people that go, I want to get into it, but I want everything. I want the best of everything. Right? So they're happy to go out and spend $6,000 from bag through to driver on everything that kits out to them.
And an MGI.
And an MGI, or all of the above. Whereas someone goes, nah, budget's $1,000, and I'm like, fuck. Some of the best drivers are $1,000.
Yeah.
So they really tighten their
narrowed
window
the market
of the quality they want. But I think if you're just getting into it, just go to a golf shop, whether it's at a golf club or a Drummond's or whatever it may be, and just get an idea of what things roughly cost, and you'll get an idea of what the quality is relevant to that, and then set yourself your own budget, and then just go from there. And then just get yourself the best of the best relevant to that ceiling that you've made in your head, right? So if it's $1,000, you can get an okay combo set, an okay one, but you can't be mad with the quality of it, because you'll grow out of that in 6 months, especially if you play twice a week, 3 times a week. You'll grow out of that pretty fucking quick. Then you got to be prepared to spend $4 or $5,000 on something that suits you. But if you have zero budget, I still don't recommend actually getting fitted if you're starting out. I still recommend some sort of combo set, or even go to Drummond or somewhere at your local golf club and get an idea of what you need. Because there's guys that go out there and buy, don't know what they're doing, buy a regular Flex combo set, and they're swinging at 112 mile an hour, and the clubs are wrong from the start. So get a general idea of what you need, set yourself a budget, go buy something.
Have a look online.
Have a look online, because there'll be some good
Facebook
stuff online.
Marketplace.
Absolutely.
Secondhand market is elite at the
Absolutely.
moment.
It's awesome. Absolutely. Go just get yourself a bag, from driver through to putter, and a bag. That's what my mate does. He has a lot of my old stuff actually, right? Which is perfect. It's better clubs than he actually needs. But at least he can grow into that sort of stuff, and then he can sort of equip it to him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wouldn't recommend getting that top level brand new shit, because even if you do get stuff fitted for you now and it's best of the best, still 12 months down the line, it won't suit you. Your golf swing is going to change. Your ability is going to change. You're going to look for something different, right? Yeah, some sort of combo set, set yourself a budget, and then just if you're going to commit, be very, very prepared that you will need to upgrade.
Yeah.
You will. You absolutely will need to upgrade.
And that's what I tell people, because I actually get asked this question a lot, right? I'm either getting into golf or I need this or I need that. Can you help me? You've got an idea of what the market's like and what's out there. Can you suggest something for me? I had it as recently as last week, right? A mate of mine who I practiced with on a Thursday, Michael, not SGM, but another Michael, messaged me being like, I've got a mate who plays half a dozen times a year at best, got a gift voucher from Drummond, wants a new set of irons. What do you recommend? So I went online and he sent me a budget and I said, all right, well, go for these. But you're not going to get a fully fit set of irons. They're most likely going to be off the rack. Yeah, it'll get you by for 6 rounds a year if that's all you're playing. But I think you're spending $1,000 on a set of irons that you're only going to use 6 times a year. I think is a little bit ridiculous.
Yeah.
I would look at the second-hand market, but he's got the voucher. So different story,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, great.
But it's all relative, like you said. Perspective is huge. Have you got a question for me?
Yes. It's a bit of a weird one. Would you rather?
Hey! First time in a while.
Would you rather start golf? Well, let's say you get your handicap again at 30. You start again at 30. Jesus.
Yeah.
But you have all the knowledge that you have now. Not the ability, all the knowledge of golf in your head. Or have the ability to start again at 10, but with zero knowledge at all. When do you think you could reach? At which point do you think you could reach scratch quicker?
So I start playing golf either as a 30-year-old.
No, 30 handicap
30 handicap.
or a 10 handicap. 30 handicap, you have the ability of a 30 handicapper, but you have all the knowledge that you have now. Right?
But as a 10
And to an
handicapper,
improve. But a 10 handicapper,
I've got all the ability,
fuck all clue what you're doing.
but I've got the ability of a 10 handicapper.
Yes.
I'd start at 10.
Do you reckon you could improve? Do you reckon you could get to scratch quicker?
Oh, that's a real tough one. I want to say yes, but I kind of don't think I will. I feel like with knowledge comes ability,
Yeah, absolutely.
right? So the more I know about it through, like I know a fair bit about the game now. I've played it for a long time,
absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
I feel like I would be able to implement the areas that I lack the ability quicker
Okay.
from 30. And I feel like I'd get from 30 to 10 real quick,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And then again, I start at the same point. Like you're starting at the same point anyway. I feel like from 30 to 10 could happen in as quickly as a year with the knowledge that I have now, if not sooner, right? Zero ability, but all the knowledge. I feel like I get from 30 to 10 really quick.
Yep.
10 to 0 takes time. As I've worked out now, I've been less than 10 now for a couple of years and I'm still not close.
Well, you're halfway.
Yeah, more or less. Right? So, yeah.
It's a weird one, isn't it?
I think that starting at 30 with no ability but all the knowledge could be fun. It'd be more fun.
It would be. It'd be fucking frustrating because you're like, fuck, I know all this shit, and I'm just, whee!
Yeah.
And you're just not doing anything. But yeah.
But then again, with the knowledge that I've got, how quickly could you implement it? You see that ball slice 40 meters off the first
yeah,
tee.
you know what you've done wrong.
I know what I've done wrong straight away. So
Yeah.
then I should be able to try and figure out how to fix it.
Don't forget
So
with
then
the-
by the fourth hole, all of a sudden it's like, it's not as bad as it was.
Well, yeah. There's the thing. There's the battle. There's the battle. Whereas
I
off
reckon I'd
10,
start
off 10, you know what you're doing. You know, like, actually, you don't because you have zero knowledge. You have no idea what you're doing.
no idea.
You have no idea what you're doing.
I'd rather start at 30.
But you hit that ball relatively straight, and you're just like, oh, I don't know.
I'd rather start at 30 because I think it's easier to fix ability than it is to fix up top.
Well said. I'm glad you said that.
Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like you can have all the gear in the world, all the ability in the world. If you can't get this right, which in your scenario you don't have it, you don't have a clue.
Yeah.
You literally don't have a clue.
You don't know what you're doing.
You're gonna fall
And
off
don't
that
forget,
cliff.
playing off 10. Playing off 10, you play like a 10 golfer, but you got to now build the knowledge.
Yeah, so
That's
all
the opposite end.
And I'll strip it back,
That's
right?
flipping it.
I'll strip it back.
Yeah.
By zero knowledge, right? But playing as a 10 handicapper, what you're trying to get at is that when I'm in a bunker, I hit the ball and go, oh, I'm actually supposed to hit some of the sand too. That's zero knowledge, Joel.
Yeah.
Right.
If you really want to pick it apart, yeah.
That's zero knowledge.
There you go.
Knowing that, oh, well, hang on, I hit that a little bit behind the golf ball and it went nowhere. So maybe I need to try and hit more of the ball first than the ground.
Yeah.
That's no knowledge.
Yeah.
Whereas as a 30 handicapper, I go, I know what a good ball strike is.
Yeah.
I know it.
Yeah.
I hear it. I
Yeah.
see it all the time. I
Yeah.
know. See, deep down, I can feel it.
Don't forget, you have the ability of a 30 handicapper. So even if you do know, you don't pull it off.
Yeah.
Straight away anyway.
100%.
Straight away.
But I feel
Like
like
you've got the knowledge to improve.
the margin for improvement is far quicker
Yeah.
from 30 than from 10.
Okay.
I'd do that.
There you go.
What would you do?
I have no idea. Because both would drive me insane.
Nice.
Um,
I reckon it'd be more fun from 30.
it'd probably be from 30. Yeah. I reckon it'd
'Cause how
improvement would be
quick- I
quicker.
reckon-
because
I
there's guys that do play off 10 that have no idea what they're doing.
No.
Like zero idea. I know them. I know these people that
I know-
have zero clue.
And I know people who
Well, not
are
zero
playing
clue,
off 10 now, have no idea, and then turn around and say, yeah, I've blown out a little bit in the last few months. And I'm like, what'd you get down to? They're like, oh, my lowest is 6.5. I'm like, whoa,
Yeah.
you got no
Yeah,
idea.
but you don't
and you
know
got
how.
to 6.5?
Yeah, you don't know how you did that. Yeah.
What the fuck? How long were you at 6.5 for? Oh, like 3 rounds. There, now I get it. All right, my second question for you.
Oh,
I have a second question. And this, we were talking about this earlier. So, in your mind, off the top of your dome, right, I want you to throw out a couple as quickly as you possibly can. What sports share the same or similar level of difficulty in your eyes to golf?
oh,
In terms of skill, practice,
across the board.
across the board.
Oh,
Because I could name 3 or 4 right now.
that are at the same standard.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I haven't committed to any other sport in the
But
same
from
way.
from a distance that because you've watched a number of sports, I'd imagine, over the course of your life.
Yeah.
So you could imagine that there are sports out there that, when explained to the same depth as golf, could almost be just as hard, if not harder.
Oh,
But what are those sports in your mind?
I'm trying to think of sports that are harder emotionally and like behind the scenes rather than actual face value. I don't know.
I've got a couple.
I actually have no idea.
And again, this is my own opinion, right? They're not proven fact. I reckon darts is just as hard. Think about all the hours you need.
Oh, yeah,
Think
yeah.
about all the hours you need throwing 3 darts at a time at a dartboard, trying to put it in those little
It's
segments.
reps. It's reps.
It's
in
reps.
It. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Right?
Yeah.
I think snooker is just as hard.
See, these are sort of sports that don't require, like, from face value, don't require as much physical exertion.
And now I'm going to blow your mind. I think mixed martial arts is just as hard as golf in terms of the level of understanding, knowledge, skill that you need to require and have to step into a UFC octagon and fight anybody in the world with any background of knowledge. You need to know bits of boxing, you need to know jiu-jitsu, you need to know wrestling, you need to know submissions, you need to know every art form of fighting.
Now that you put it like that, I think the first thing that comes to mind is maybe tennis.
Yeah,
I think tennis is more challenging physically.
agreed.
I think that's obvious. And I think golf beats it mentally and emotionally.
I disagree.
But
I think they're on very similar wavelengths.
I think golf beats it overall. But I think they both counteract each other to then get them relatively equal.
Yep.
So tennis is fucking hard.
Very.
Physically, to play 5 sets of tennis is brutal.
I played it
It's
as a kid. It's
fucking
difficult.
brutal. Even walking 12Ks on a golf course is not easy. Pulling a bag, it's not easy. However, tennis is harder on the body, definitely. And it's not. I'm not saying it's easy mentally or emotionally at all. I haven't played it at a high level at all. I don't know. I haven't experienced that, but relative to what I've seen and heard and stuff like that, it is difficult. But I think, but it's the same idea. It's still reps. It still doesn't matter if you put in 6 hours a day on your forehand. The next day it can still be different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how many fucking putts you hit on the putting green. The next day it might change. Like, the only difference is the elements on a tennis court don't change. The court's the same size. The net's the same height. The ball is the same.
The
Well,
bloke
golf ball
at
on
the bloke at the other end changes.
That's true. That's very, very true. That's very, very true. And the ball's moving when you hit
Yeah.
it. But yeah, no, I'll pay that. But yeah, I think there's more elements to account for on a golf course.
Yeah, 100%.
and that you have to blend with and
There's more
adapt to. I find.
I disagree with the phrase adapt to because tennis, I think, is so fast paced that you're constantly adapting to how the ball's coming to you, the shot that you want to then hit.
But so I think that's reactive.
It is reactive, but it has to be.
Yeah.
Right? What you're trying to do on a golf course is predict and control elements to the best of your abilities.
Just proactivity. It's complete opposite.
Correct. Yeah, fair enough. But I think they're just as difficult as each other.
Yeah, I'll pay that.
Right? So, yeah, tennis, mixed martial arts, darts, snooker, I think are very tough games.
I think there's harder. Like no shit. I'll die on this hill. I think boxing is one of the hardest fucking things you could do.
Agreed.
Seriously.
Agreed.
Like, I think
Agreed.
I actually think it is rated the hardest sport.
Agreed.
Like
Because there's only one way. There's only one way you can attack somebody, and that's with your fists.
well, not even
Right.
that. It's
And,
just
and
I've
being
seen-
able to understand and adapt and recognize combinations as they're coming at you, and trying not to get knocked out, right? Whilst also
Yeah.
being physically fit enough to last 12 3-minute rounds, and then have correct technique, understanding, and wherewithal to throw combinations to best beat your opponent.
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I think it's one of the hardest things.
And that's why I said mixed martial arts, because it takes all that knowledge of boxing to the next level.
Yeah, there you go. It's literally got boxing or MMA
Yeah.
in the hardest. What is the world's hardest sport? Yeah, boxing, water polo.
Water polo would be...
That'd be brutal.
That actually was on the top of my mind. Water polo is fucking hard.
I've never played that, but I think physically that would be one of the the most demanding things.
Trying to stay afloat above water whilst throwing a ball around to your teammates and wrestling other blokes off you, difficult.
I think the term difficult or I think it can get really, really lost in terms of what difficult and hardest means.
Yeah.
Because
You start talking about
think
physical
just
exertion.
doing it.
Physical exertion versus mental strain and emotional
Exactly,
output and all that kind of
exactly.
stuff. You start getting too in depth about it. And that's where we tried not
Yeah.
to go.
I guess then at face value, how you see the sport, I think at face value, golf's not difficult at all. Making contact with the golf ball is not hard. That's absolutely not hard. And then, like you said, the more detail you go into it and things like that, then it gets up here and then you're fucked.
hitting it in a direction and landing it on a target that is hundreds of meters away
with control.
repetitively is hard.
Yeah, yeah.
It's fucking
and then
hard.
trying to do it more so, and then you start to improve, and you get a lower level. Then you try and do it as a fucking job. Who would do that? then and then complain about it. Fucking idiot.
Nah, I completely agree with you. And that's what makes sport so fucking good. Because I could sit here with a number of different people that I know personally that would argue that cricket's the hardest sport they've ever played.
Yeah.
You got to hit this rock.
Like I said, it's all
that's
matter of
being
perspective.
pelted at you at 130 k's an hour.
Yeah.
And defend your house, which is what the stumps are. It's your house. You got to defend the house and try and knock that little rock around and score runs
With
right?
control.
There were some people that say that American football is the hardest sport, that rugby league and union are the two hardest sports on the planet. When everything considered those,
Yeah.
right?
It's all matter of perspective.
Some people think that amateur wrestling, Greco-Roman wrestling might be the same thing, but that's the beauty of sport. I could have anybody sitting in these chairs and they could tell you 100 different things and we would either agree or disagree with them. That's the fucking beauty
it's a
of
point
it.
of opinion.
It's the best.
That's the
I
thing.
love it.
And I'm biased towards golf because I'm
100%
so
we are.
exposed.
We are a golf podcast, my friend. We are going to be biased to the sport of golf. In my opinion, we are correct. Everyone else is wrong. Golf is the hardest sport I've ever played.
Yeah.
And I don't dare try and get in a boxing ring. I don't want to get hit.
No, fuck no.
Not interested.
No way. Like even watching the Canelo Crawford fight, like I actually went with a friend yesterday. Yesterday. We went to Sporting Globe and just for lunch because we're going to Doncaster and just wasting time, I guess. And I thought Canelo Crawford was on today for some reason. I thought it was on the 15th, not the 14th. And then we get in there, it just started. I'm like, oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Right? And my mate goes, oh, why aren't they hitting each other hard? And I'm like, huh? Right, what are you talking about? I get like the first 4 rounds, they're just jumping around, sort of trying to feel each other
Yeah.
and, get some distance, and they're not really doing all that much, like relative to the eye. And then round 6, they start swinging.
Yeah.
Right? And, they're not hitting each other that hard. I'm like,
Just wait.
you want to jump in there? I said, because I fucking don't.
Nah.
I said, one guy puts his glove up and gets clocked in the side of the head, and then he sort of just goes like that, and then just ready to go again. I'm gone. It's hospital for me.
Sleep.
Like, it's a good night.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, I don't think you realize how hard it is.
Give him a left, right, good night.
Yeah, imagine getting hit and then being like, yeah, I'm going to hit him as well. If I get hit, I'm running. Like,
That's it.
I'm out.
Yeah, that's
Like,
it.
you know what I mean? So,
How
man.
good. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning into this week's episode of the Gold Jacket, Green Jacket podcast. It is a lengthy one. Who cares? It was fun. Jolly, thank you very much for your efforts as always.
Ready? Bottle flip.
Don't.
Sorry,
not
that
with
was,
a glass,
that was impulse thoughts.
Jesus. ADHD at its finest, ladies and gents. Best of luck up in Canberra.
Ta.
I want to hear all about the sand greens.
Yeah.
I'm keen to hear about that. Someone else will be sitting in your chair next week. I'm not sure who. I'm hoping for 1 or 2, but maybe, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Other than that, subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Spotify, follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Be sure to check out our previous content. It's very, very good if I do say so myself. That's a little bit biased. I'm sorry.
Well, what happened? Start again. Sorry,
up.
I was no. What did you actually say?
I said be sure to check out our previous content. It's very good.
Oh, right. I'm looking at this bottle. I'm sorry.
All right, Joel needs food. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, hit the golf ball very, very well. Try your hardest, stay committed, and we'll see you next week. Cheers.